presentation. So Kara, I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Number one is, I know that Trevor's grown up here and lived here a long time.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite place to eat in Colorado Springs?
In Colorado Springs, that Kura sushi place off of Research, where that Blockbuster used to be, it's real good.
And then, so I have done a couple projects with Trevor, and unbeknownst to me, we did a couple projects, and then at the end, him and I started talking. We actually went to the same elementary school together, him and I. But then I wanted to ask you too, what is your favorite, most far out design that you've ever designed, landscaping-wise?
Yeah, so in terms of design, we had a young couple that just bought a brand new house in Monument, and we put the design together to his exact specifications. He wanted a full-size basketball court, entertaining pavement patio, huge fireplace, outdoor kitchen, and the thing was just gorgeous. We made, of course, a 3D movie walkthrough of it, and it was just awesome. But, yeah.
Really neat. Well, have it.
Thanks. So, I'm Kara with Landess Landscapes, and just like photographers and many other service providers out there, it's hard for you guys to believe that I am a great landscaper without showing you a bunch of pictures. So you guys are going to be looking at a ton of photos of jobs we have done. To start off, I'll tell you a little bit about us. This is my husband Trevor and my daughter falling asleep on his head, which is so cute. He is obviously the owner, and I run all of the back office stuff. I do all the numbers, keep a schedule. He has, I haven't updated these numbers, but well over 8 years of landscaping experience. We started the company in August of 2012, so we've been around for a little over 4 years. And why we started the company, Trevor worked for a few landscape companies up in Fort Collins, and he actually quit a few because they were gouging their clients. He would go and replace a sprinkler head on an elderly woman's property, and they charged her about $800. The part is about 25 cents, and it takes almost 5 minutes. So he quit because it's just terrible business practice. So when we moved down to Colorado Springs, he wanted to start a company that was just really honest with their clients. There we go. Okay. Okay. So today I'm going to talk to you about what our clients should consider when designing their yard. So functionality is a great thing to talk about with our clients. What do you want to use this space for? Do you love to entertain? Do you need a large surface for entertaining? Do you want to sit outside and just relax and hear an awesome stream we've built for you? Do you just want something for your kids to play around and be safe? Do you have dogs? They tear up yards real easy, so that's something we really need to know. Ease of maintenance. There is no such thing as a no maintenance plant, contrary to popular belief. There are low maintenance plants and there are tons of low maintenance options. Also, xeriscaping is as close to no maintenance as you can get. So how often do you want to be out in your yard taking care of it? The cost. We have a wide range of options for one project. So a retaining wall, you want to put in timbers, it's definitely going to be cheaper than putting in block. Of course, it's going to be a different look, but cost is important. Along with costs that I didn't put down in here is how long are you going to be living in your home? If you're only going to be living in your home for another year, you don't want to spend and invest a ton of money into your yard because you really won't see that return on investment. There are a few things like decks and paver patios where you're kind of extending your home a little bit, where you see a margin of return. But if you're leaving, just clean up your yard a little bit and it'll help sell it. And then what's your style? Do you like the modern look? Do you like old school? Do you like woodsy? Do you like English gardens where all your plants are kind of just jumbled all together? That can be really fun. And then, of course, those were things our clients consider. Things we consider when we're designing a yard is erosion. Tons of other things like that that our clients really don't need to worry about. Of course, we'll discuss it with them. So here's a good one on functionality. This was actually a home that a flipper had purchased. We came in to give them a nice, inexpensive yard that was functional and maybe would appeal to a family. This doesn't quite appeal to a family, not just because of the tons of trash in here, but it's hard to see. Their backyard is basically one giant slope. And so you're not gonna just let your kids go up there and baby Billy will push Joe down the slope. It's not fun. So what we ended up doing, just to make it a functional space, is we added some retaining walls, which pushed back our level area and put in some sod. So that would appeal a lot more to a family unit because their kids can have a place to play. For functionality, there's really not a whole lot here. This one was on a hill, so it went down. They had a small concrete pad, which was nice, but again, not much. They had lots of grandkids and they loved to entertain, which is one of the main reasons we did this job. So we ended up giving them a very extensive paver patio with beautiful retaining walls and seating areas and tons of landscape lighting. It turned out to be, I think, about a 1,300 square foot paver patio, which is huge. And then they wanted a nice fire pit they could relax by. And again, can't you imagine yourself with a glass of wine sitting around that thing? All right, and this was a new build out in Black Forest. So everything is basically tore up because it was a brand new build. Their yard was trash. 5 minutes, thank you. So we gave them some really nice, classy looking retaining walls, put in some sod, a nice paver patio walkway. This one, talk about no maintenance, right? This had 6 inches of red rock, which is awesome to haul out of there. They had nothing back there, and they just wanted a nice, beautiful, relaxing space. So we gave them a beautiful deck they could lounge on. Over here, we sunk in their hot tub, which is a pretty cool feature. They have a nice, extensive paver patio. So obviously they went from no maintenance to a little bit more maintenance, and they were totally happy with that. There was only a small patch of sod they had to mow and some nice low maintenance plants. And this was the front of their yard. Nobody's been maintaining that thing. And again, we turned it into a moderate maintenance yard. With mulch especially, you do have to maintain it. It's not like rock. You need to refresh it and put new mulch down every couple of years to make it, give it life. And we put in a bunch of low maintenance plants. This was a dirt patch. That's really easy to maintain. And this couple actually had a lot of big dogs that would dig a lot. So we gave them a small patch of sod for their dogs. And then instead of the 1.5 inch rock that we normally install, we installed a 2 to 4 inch rock so that their dogs couldn't dig it up real easily. But again, very easy to maintain. Not as easy as dirt, but close. Can you just click it? I can't do it. Thank you. I'm gonna ask you to keep doing it. So this is another view of the same property. Again, just dirt. Go ahead. So we gave them a small place to entertain over here with the pavers and just a small patch of sod. Thank you. Ease of maintenance again. Dirt, we love transforming dirt into something, so go ahead. This is one of, it's not quite xeriscaping because we still have the sod in there, but we can do a lot with rock these days. So they have this awesome swale in here that looks like a river running through the front yard, and it makes it very welcoming. Next. So cost. Timber retaining wall, definitely less expensive than block, and there are pros and cons to each. Obviously wood rots over time, so you'll have to replace it eventually. Next. Here's another timber retaining wall that we have installed. Next. And then block. And you can see the difference in look depending on your house and what style you're going for. Next. And another block retaining wall. We have a huge array of colors and styles of blocks, so we can fit pretty much any personality. Next. This is a redwood deck. I wasn't going to call her out. This is Becky's beautiful deck. And we put in awesome solar lighting on the post caps. It just makes it a nice, inviting space at the end of the evening when you're drinking a beer, grilling or something. Next. Again, redwood. Next. And then here's another option. We actually did Trex for the bottom and the rails, but the ballasts are redwood. So you kind of have a mix. It's a little bit more expensive than redwood, still cheaper than Trex, and it looks really, really nice and clean. Next. And then this is an all Trex deck. It's hard to see with the but they have metal balusters in there and just looks beautiful. Next. So another thing to consider is style, and we'll do this real quick. These people loved medieval themed stuff, which is why there's this awesome knight in the back. So they really wanted like heavy, gaudy things. Next. Just like their gate, black iron, huge, goes with the whole medieval. These people are very simple. They just like it to flow. Next. These people love to entertain, so we did a great driveway extension that walks all the way up to their front door with landscape lighting. Next. Again, very simple and clean, and it flows with nature. Landscaping is supposed to flow, which is awesome. Next. And then this is a more modern look. I know I just showed you this picture, the gray with the white. Next. And this is one of the reviews that we've had. I've heard from so many of our clients that we are one of the few companies that actually listens to what they want. We had a lady that got a paver patio installed, and she asked for something that really fit in with the landscape. So we gave her a nice curving paver patio. Everyone else had given her basically a rectangle design. So